Oi, oi. Flat Earth British, Martin Liedke speaking. Welcome back to what is going to be a mega juicy, because it's Mega Truth Flaterday, because I said it was. I'm going to have Mega Truth Day. Yeah, my comms sound fantastic. All is good on the realm, despite what they want you to think. Okay, it is. It's what you think it is, and we're going to for today. Okay, well, it's cool gang. We're going to hang out. We're going to let my Atticus get juicy. Okay, this is going to be a really beautiful, juicy vlog, and definitely something here. Okay, it's really spooky and weird, the contents of this post. And it's been a really interesting night. I was over on Jason Archaic's channel. I don't know. I'll link that up below if you haven't seen. Maybe somebody be kind enough to link it up in chat. It was there earlier for a fantastic, really awesome conversation with young beer guy. Richard was there as well. Yeah, really awesome mega night of truth. Why the hell not? Anyway, brilliant. Make the best of YouTube, eh, guys? So tonight, dun, 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 we're gonna have some fun, obviously, because yours truly, sure. And we're going to talk about two major movements, two different worlds. This is the official view, okay, of the two schools of architecture that just shit out of nowhere. Just after the Great War, really weirdly, everyone came out of the Great War with these ideals, but apparently they did, and two definite possibilities for how they wanted the future to be. And one of these was the Art Deco movement. You may know the Chrysler building. We're going to look into the Chrysler building because there's something really off and weird about the whole narrative for that as well. And the Art Nouveau movement, which is like your Fabergé eggs and your Tiffany vases, which is all very beautiful, but two very, very different forms of architecture, two definite different ideas in consciousness of what is going to go on. So I can't imagine where the Art Deco people got their ideas from after the Great War. Maybe Flash Gordon, or maybe Fritz Lang's Metropolis. Maybe they got their ideas for Art Deco in there. Who even knows? But somebody thought it up, and it's really, I like it myself. It's really, you know, plain, loads of straight lines. Straight lines in antiquity usually, lots of straight lines and some nice pretty geometry. It's really quite symmetric as well, but it's a nice form of architecture. I really like it, and I really love both of these forms. But so they came out both exactly the same time, okay, around the 1918 1920 mark, up until like 1930s, and then it's like phased out by World War II. It's like nobody's doing Art Deco anymore, except on some trains like the Orient Express, etc. So a comment, somebody comment, David, who never got stabbed, David, who's sounding very Welsh because he got a David with a Y, who said in my comments that, and we have said this and stated this, it's really interesting, that the pics and the settings that we show are all jumbled up, and they are all jumbled up. You know, I could show you Cardiff photographs and a clock tower's there one minute, not the next, and it's supposed to be, you know, they have their continuity errors are massive, guys. If they were in the movie industry, they would be sacked because nothing actually fits and it's all jumbled up, almost as if there's two different timelines. Different dimensions, and somewhere, like I mentioned, or we talked about with Jason earlier, somewhere they're colliding. Okay, and the evidence is just profound. It's just really, really mind-blowing. Some of the stuff I'm going to be showing you tonight, I'm going to be showing you beautiful examples of this Art Deco movement. The two major movements of completely different worlds is the official narrative for it. It should tell you something about what was really going on. They're from two different worlds, two different settings for this place, for this stage show, for this sim, for this game that we're all in. Other things we're going to be looking at tonight, we're going to be looking at, like I said, Chrysler building, Texas Giant Brothers. You may not have seen them. I got stonking photographs I collected this week. I went on a crazy photograph collecting binge to go with my like 100,000. I probably got about 50,000 more this week. but they are all rare and unseen. And, you know, if you go searching images, if you're in my game, right, and you go searching on Google Images, you see the same images year in, fucking year out, nothing fresh. You got to go into, you know, Ramsey Library or other, you know, libraries to look for, you know, fucking pictures, because they're getting really, really hard to come by. But I found a really unbelievable collection. And one of them is of the Battle of Waterloo, Napoleon and Wellington's famous battle, okay, when Napoleon literally got beaten, apparently, and that was the end of him. 50 years after the occasion, it's supposed to be hundreds of thousands of men. Let's see what that battle site tells us. I already know things about it. We got photographs of Manila earthquakes, creepy crypts, Amsterdam, Crystal Palace. If you ever wondered about the fantasticness and the weird story of the Crystal Palace, that they moved it from Hyde Park in the 1850s and then moved it all the way to Sydenham, up in the north of London. You know, it's like a proper long journey, and they took 20,000 panes of glass and all that metal on all them bumpy old roads all the way up to Alexander, you know, up to the Pally area, and Ali Pally, what they call it, and then built the exposition all over again. So have you ever wondered what was inside it? Well, considering this was supposed to be built like in the 1850s, the Great Exposition of Crystal Palace, the stuff inside it looks like it's been there for an eon. It's like ancient, and it's like not temporary exposition stuff. This stuff's old. We're gonna have a look at that. And then photos are quite telling, I think. Anyway, a picture tells 1,000 words, and some of these pictures this week will tell 1,000 words. You'll be scratching your head, wondering what is going on. So I'll give you a few of you shouts. And we're going to get stuck in tonight to the juicage. I'm going to try not to make this an extra 3-hour-long vlog, because my jaw's actually aching from talking. So there's that. It's my flashy up eye from Home Bargains. British toys, British office toys. So make sure to subscribe to all those cool things if you don't mind, and then we'll get on with the show. I'll give a few of you shouts. There's Marianne. I seen you in Jason's chat, Marianne, saying things at me. Okay, hippie shakes in the house. We had a Hurricane Bert last night, or a Storm Bert. We didn't have nothing in Wales. It's warm. It's mild. It's 14, 15 degrees or something. Got no heating on, which is glorious, because it was Blavely at Bostock here yesterday. Skate Pack. Good to see you. Stu's in the house. Oh, excuse me. Stu's in the house. Don't shout at us. Don't shout at us. Yeah, don't shout. Don't tell him your name, Pike. Viking. Carly Simon. Oh, I love Carly Simon. She was awesome. And Warren Beatty. What a fucking puff he was. God, I can't believe she bothered with him. Anyway, he's so vain. He thinks all his songs are about him. Just saying. I know. It's not real world. It's all bullshit. Who gives a fuck about actors anyway? Jason, eh? But it's something to comment on anyway for Juicy, for something to say. Fit Roof, I am flan. Oh, okay. We're going to get Juicy. Tom, poetry? Because that's one thing we can do. Hi, Squirrel Sniper. How's things on the airgun realm? Hope you had a good shootage. Nothing crawly, I hope. Oh, I will have bad nightmares. Herbie, Smurfy, Von. Life is real. Prove it. Prove it. It looks real, but it's meant to look real. It's meant to look as permanent as it possibly can, but it's really not. Officer Donut. Yes, stronger through discernment. Yeah, you got to use your own noggin, make your own mind up in this place. We're all on different journeys, and there's no use. Like, I spent years calling people globe tads, and I'm sorry about that now. You know, then they're not stupid. They just had like different mind control and conditioning, and on a different journey in life. I used to think like space things. So there's that. Was I a globe tad? Fuck yeah, I was a mega globe tad. But it's derogative. Bruce Lee said you're not supposed to say anything derogative about other people. They're made of water. So calling them a globe tad, I don't think that registers actually on the I'll fuck up your special geometry in your water thing going on. I don't think it registers. I don't think AI has put that in just yet. Again, Martin, yeah, we've got a great show tonight, Ben. So you do appreciate quality stuff and loads of things you haven't seen before. So that's what we're going to do, because we keep it fresh every week here. And I definitely don't like repeating anything, because one thing I do not do. Angela, hi, Becca. Good to see you. 2 lives of Marcus. But more than that, I've lived many lives in this one. It's craziness. Dragon Sage, Bob Winter. I'm like that Frank Sinatra song. That's life. I've been everything. All jobs, done all professions. Thank you, Peter Smith. Yes, it was an awesome night. We're having a mega truth night tonight. So if any of you just grabbed on any of Jason's crowd over here, good to see you all. Welcome. This is how we do things, wrong, Jay. D'Angelo, how's it going, my brother? Good to see you, Mrs. Beams. Which like sort of implies that she's always got big beaming smiles. I always picture that when I see Miss Beams. I don't know why. India, she's come in and she's giving you all a group hug. So that's nice. We're having a group hug off India. Oh, that's a warm hug. Thank you, India Wilson. We all need a cutch in these times. We thought we were going to get vaporized yesterday, didn't we not? Oh, come on. They all talk to one another. They're all in the same gang. They all hang around in like these, I don't know, white shut clubs they all fucking go to after hours. I don't know what goes on. I just think it's probably that elite stuff. You know what they're like. So, Dan Phoenix. Yeah, they can fucking... enjoy it while it lasts, because the rich are going to be fucking poor in a minute. Everyone's going to be equally as fucking skint. Ripple, Jason A, or equally not, as the case may be. Thinking in a positive manner. Biscuit Barrel, how to heal the world, eh? Well, capitalistic mentality is not all that good for a productive reality. Obviously, not communist thinking either, because that always ends up in corruption and people trying to control your ass. So there's that. I think it's just small duchies and states where people self-govern themselves, do their thing, not contribute to anything. Don't want to have to pay taxes or any of that shit. So just do your own thing. We're growing hemp over here. We're growing melons over here, or whatever you fucking grow. And do an exchange thing. Everyone will be groovy. Like Beer Guy said earlier, everyone going out and swapping stuff, high-fiving. Seems pretty cool to me. And then no one's going to be jealous of anyone else, because everyone will laugh. Oh, you're always going to want people who want a fucking Versace handbag or a fucking Gucci watch, aren't you? Or a Rolex watch or whatever. Let them fucking have it. You can't eat a fucking Rolex watch, can you? They'll be sitting there with their Rolex watch, fucking useless with it. I'm hungry. It's like, yeah, well, we're about to eat the rich, fucker, because you've got better diet, so you're going to taste better. Hello, everybody. Hello, Isabel. So, yeah, it's been awesome a couple of days on the old Truth Around. I've really enjoyed it. Feel what's going on. Keeping an eye on things. Be really groovy. Cookies. Cookie Monster. This storm's called Storm Bert. I think they named it after Bert. I'm Storm Bert. Martin, I love Humboldt. I love anything California. Why do I love California so much? It's because they got weed and they have beautiful climate. And not that I witnessed any of this. The women walk around in bikinis and stuff. They do that in Britain, but you wouldn't want to catch eyes. You wouldn't actually want to physically see it, because things are not the way they used to be. Sweet and sour Toffsman. Don't know what that means, broski. I think, therefore I am. Hello, Orange County. Ooh, look at you. I'm in Costa del Cardiff. It's awesome, yeah. We love it. Yeah. Civil War imminent. You can have my portion, Matt. Oh, thanks, Dusky. I like this symbiosis going on between me and you. It's working. Scott, good to see you, my bro. And Jess, he's got a Welsh chick. Awesome. Yeah, really pretty down over here. Weed, women. Jason, is there anything else? I know you think he's got one track mind. No, it's not, because I will be able to prove all of this content and do all these magical things I do. If I was thinking about trim all day, obviously I'm not. Just some of the day. Hello from Buzzman, Montana. Sounds fucking awesome. We love Montana. We love anything like that. Fucking Grizzly Adams. Fucking American stuff. Yeah. That's what we like. New romantic haircuts. No, not new romantics. Who said that? Pavlov shape. I was thinking more in line with Happy Mondays. I was thinking of more Happy Mondays look. You're squeezing my melon, man. You're squeezing my melon. Ding. Can you do the Bez dance? Anyone can do the Bez dance. I can't believe Bez is even fucking famous. He can't do anything about his stupid dance, and anyone can do that dance. It's like Chaz Smash off Madness. He got famous for fucking dancing, doing a silly dance. I could have done that if I was going to be a like famous pop star doing a silly dance. I think Kurt Cobain had a silly fucking dancer too, didn't he? I want backing singers in my reality, guys. I want 3 beautiful backing singers, like literally narrating my life to me. Oh, Martin's walking down the avenue. You know, that sort of thing. As I'm working, but more gospely and groovy, like funk. Like jazz funk, my favorite. Well, jazz funk's one of my favorite genres of music. Honeybee, nice pop shot at women's appearance. You must be Brad Pitt. I'm not sure I said anything like that or anything like anything. And I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. You got to prove it. That's how the shit works. Okay. One step beyond, or in Spanish, un paso adelante. Do you know how I know that? Because I had the Spanish cut of One Step Beyond, because I was such a Madness fan that I wanted it. I had all the Madness records, seen them twice. Brilliant. Love Madness. I love Specials too, but poor Terry Hall's dead. Well, we're getting into some antiquity now. Faces of Death. Love your name. Awesome film. I'm feeling that warm, cushy vibe off that name. Dusty. My fancy pants are holy. My fancy pants is I haven't got any. Shaggy. Yeah, thank you. I could be. Dun, 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 dun. Or cousin it off of Adam's Family. Munsters. I mix the two up. Is there a difference? Found Sasquatch last night. He's glorious. It was in my cupboard. I said, go and hide. I'll find you in a minute. I came back like 5 years later. Sitting down to brunch with my mate in the tube. Right, Johnny Caged. Good choice. Good choice in fucking YouTube, bruv. Honestly, can't fault you. Dallas Fowler. Are we all here? No, we're not, Dallas. Everybody say we're not here. You're on your own, Dallas. You're not here. We're not here. Shh. Hide. Let's hide from Dallas Fowler. Is anyone here? No, we're not here, Dallas. Now we are. I see what you did there. Clay Pigeon? You must be look like John Lennon. Yeah, well, I'm from Wales and it's sort of like Liverpool. It's almost Liverpool. It's not far away and cooler. And yeah, I'm like the heterosexual version of John Lennon, because I'm sure he wasn't. Right. Hello from Portugal. I've been to Sagres, Pedro, this year. I drunk your beautiful beer that you've got, Bock. Yeah. And other things like fish. You got fish too, I've seen. But everyone got fish, but your fish was really nice. Hello from Fort Worth. Been there. Went there last year. Liberty. Love Fort Worth. You've got loads of Tatarian stuff. Found a Tatarian bridge. It looked like it was like from 16th century old England, but it was in Fort Worth. It was like, what? What the heck is that? Our army teaches him yoga. Okay, don't worry too much about all that. I used to do yoga. I still do lotus position without anything exploding, but I've got to be careful these days. You know, I pull muscles putting a fucking jacket on. Is that a Starfort in the background, Martin? Sure is. It's beautiful. It's in Holland, this one. I'm not sure. I think it's I was going to say Naarden, but it's one of those. But yes, it's in Holland, this beautiful little Starfort, if you're wondering behind. 466 of you. Okay, we're going to get into some juice now. We're going to look at some. Let me cross my legs and sit comfy. Okay, let's all just chill out. Chill the fuck out. Okay, calm down. Don't panic. It's funny when everyone says don't panic to you. That's the time to panic. So don't panic. What? What do you mean don't panic? Why? Don't panic. Nothing's going to happen except awesomeness. Okay, let's just forget about all the world. Okay, be in the world, but not of the world. Just for today. Okay, forget about all them bills and council tax and other nasty things. Eat your life. Forget about them. Just for today. I think I wanted to write a song about that then. Forget about it just for today. No, I don't think it'll work. Think on it. So Art Deco, what a beautiful movement. Oh my God. I've always loved Art Deco stuff, actually, but this is not Art Deco, this is Art Nouveau, which is beautiful in itself, and it has echoes of the medieval period that doesn't even exist, and it's got a little bit of a Moorish feel to some of it, but it is rather beautiful, and you see it in windows, which I absolutely adore, in stained glass windows and styles of house. And it came out exactly the same time as Deco. So you get like Moorcroft pottery or Clarice Cliff type pottery, which is awesome. Art Nouveau. Again, same period, phased out almost instantly. These things are worth absolutely fortunes. Art Nouveau brooches. These are just plain buttons. Can you imagine how fantastic the people's clothes were in the past to have buttons like this? Thistle. Just buttons. Just amazing. God. And beautiful style of drawing with the peacocks, just absolutely fantastic. So they were going in this direction of this beautiful style, but in another exactly the same period, really weirdly, because everything else runs simultaneously worldwide. Clothes do. Everyone's wearing the same clothes now as they, I noticed on videos of walkabouts, they were wearing exactly the same clothes in Tokyo as they were wearing in New York as they're wearing in London. So how come everyone's wearing the same clothes? So this beautiful Deco, Art Nouveau. But you can see Rome in it because it is a sense apparently neoclassical revival with Baroque touches. Not that I'm an expert, but that's what I read. And this fine china or fine glass that they do, beautiful Art Nouveau, and Bacchusite cups, but still better than your Tupperware beaker. And Art Deco. Let's have a look at these styles. Two separate worlds. So you've got the Bacchusites, stinking really of the Phoenicians in the style of Art Deco, Art Nouveau, and then you got Art Deco, which is this: simplicity, balance, light, and it's all lines, isn't it? And you got this fanning affair. And you see this same style, Art Deco's just repeated, but I love it. I think it's really pretty myself. No better than the Chrysler building. Totally bonkers. I read all about the Chrysler building. They said that it was just one mistake after another, and it was a brick building. They stopped building it halfway up and then started again a year later, some financial problems. It was a brick building covered in on a metal frame, but with a total Art Deco covering that had never been used before. So this total idea of like this futuristic, if you like, fucking world of Flash Gordon. And look at the lips in the Chrysler building, this style of chromes and aluminium, and just lovely. I love it myself. But the elliptical staircase, they definitely know about the way this place works when they're designing these geometrical stained glass domes. So yeah, they had a better world. And look, compared to your garden tap now, this is like Art Nouveau tap of the 1930s. Just they got groovy stuff going on. And these stained glasses, I see these in Cardiff sometimes. So what I was trying to imagine was the jump or the change. I can't imagine how we went from what you call Victoriana, that's Italian buildings with Antiquitech on them that to in 10 years flat, really, to 1918, 1919, to this movement arriving, which is nothing like its predecessors, out of a completely different mindset, and it just arrives. And it's having a battle with another form of architecture. What? And that fits with nothing in our reality. In fact, I can't even think of another example in our reality that is like the Chrysler building. And the unusual narrative of it being built and only standing as the biggest building in the world for 8 months until X amount of blocks down the road in Midtown, the Statue of Liberty takes, president of the highest building in the world. So all of that effort to make it that big, and it gets like it's not even the highest building in the world for very long. And they had trouble with this dome, but if you've seen the inside of the dome, it's absolutely bananas. But yeah, perfect example of of that Art Deco movement. But imagine if the whole world went Art Deco, which is what they were aiming for. Cardiff Station, the railway station where I live, is Art Deco, and it's really attractive. But I when I look up at it, I can't imagine what it was like before then. So before then, it was Victoriana, and then replaced with this 1920s Art Deco stuff. I was like, well, what was it like before? I can't find any photographs of what it would be like before, but I sometimes imagine. But it looks again like you know, it looks like this should be in Thailand, you know, like it's stupa, or in Angkor Wat or something. It's got that same pyramidical step design. Again, step in technology. Again, it looks like Antiquitech. Just a crazy building, but you know, look at this. And all of this stuff, Moorcroft's, like I said, Tiffany vases, it's all worth a fortune now. Anything, and it's not even that long ago. That's what I mean. 100 years ago, approximately, and all this stuff's worth an absolute fortune. You can get a copper Clarice Cliff jug, or you know, a piece of pottery. It could be worth many tens of thousands, guys. So yeah, this is exactly what Cardiff Station looks like. I've seen examples of this in Europe as well, but it is a little bit Phoenician, of the fanning affair. But these beautiful geometric shapes that they do with it, very pleasing on the eye, and it's pleasing on consciousness. It's not harsh on consciousness. It's nice. It's really, really easy going. But it was dumped for some reason. Then again, Art Nouveau teapot. I had one very similar to that when I grew up. It was a coffee percolator. My mother took it from the ship. It was beautiful. She fell in love with it and took it on with her. Like when you visit hotels in the past. Agers. Oh, this retro look of cookers. I would love an agar, to cook with an agar. Just leave it on simmer, a big stew. It takes a while to get these up and running, and they're oil burners anyway. But it looks retro, but it's that beautiful Art Nouveau touch to it, which I really love. So I've seen these in Texas. We haven't got them in Britain. I would love one of these things, one of these lower hanging light things, because it sends all trippy colors around your room, wouldn't it? Which I'm into, actually. So again, a beautiful example of Art Nouveau. And the stained glass is there, like literally all over antiquity, but what era, you know, the era it's just blowing my mind to think that, you know, these two colliding worlds of this looks like another reset. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. It's like otherworldly stuff, guys. It is fantastic. It is beautiful, but what? It looks like, you know, Superman's Ice Age town, this thing. Like it just, like something off of a sci-fi movie. Really does. And the trains, why didn't they go with that? Yes, please. Let's have some Art Deco trainage with this style. Why didn't they go with that? So them ugly monkeys they got the other day, they're fucking horrible. Diesel, smelly. Mind you, we have got electric trains now, but these are beautiful. They should have gone with that. And everywhere with light shining in with these pretty colors. Can you imagine it? And these were the doors, look, that they were going with. Can you imagine? So what happened exactly? Whew. Brutalization. And the old radios. This green one's my favorite. Absolutely amazing, these old retro radios. And they pick up some good, you know, tunes, really bassy as well. I've listened to them. And I think they're better than DAB radios, these things. But, ooh, that style, that Art Deco style. See, can't you? This one looks like the Chrysler building. And cars as well, loads of cars in that style. But switch again, couldn't be more different, could it? Look to that. Two different worlds. Spooky weird, that is. Oh man, that's what I'd love to do. Live there. Just sit there with all of the sunlight coming through in different colors, man. Can you imagine that? Oh yes. I'd be like, I have arrived. Woohoo. Beautiful. So yeah, they had some quality shit back then, didn't they? It's a lot better than now. Try and score some of this stuff in the modern day. Some pewter and blue glass. Can you imagine how much that would set you back? Oh my God. What about lovely little Art Deco perambulators to take your little sproggage round? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Your kids would grow up happy. Yeah. If I had a little, I would have been the happiest kid in the world if I had a pram. My mother left me outside the shops once on my pram, went home with a friend and sat down, had a cigarette, cup of tea. And a friend said, "Where's Martin?" She went, "Oh, fuck." Jumped up quick. I'd left him down the shops. I was nobody kidnapped me or nothing. They just left me there. I was there like half an hour or something. I was wondering what had happened. It's like, fucking hell, where's everyone gone? So it's probably why I got abandonment issues. Oh, come on, guys. Look at this for juicy. This is an elevator. Yes, please. Elevator going up. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. We go back down again and back up again. So you seen Jason earlier. Well, this is what he would have done when he was a gent in the 1800s if he'd have gone to the theatre or the cinema or the, well, I don't think Jason's the operatic type, but they're both chair 5. How does that even work? Anyway, so yeah, you slip your top hat under the chair. Of course you do, because the person sat behind you would tap you on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, I just paid 2 shillings and can't see shit. Do you mind taking your fucking hat off?" And in Britain, they'll certainly tell you. Walking sticks are awesome. I really love walking sticks. I'll probably get one if I'm old and I need one. But one like this with ornamental handles. They have knives in them and all that, but that's not advisable in this day and age. I'm just saying. But yeah, beautiful. And if anyone like tries, taking your shit, you just basically fucking, it comes in really handy. I don't have to paint a picture for you guys. Got to look after yourself in your old age. Keep your guards up, so to speak. You know what I mean? Not me. So, wow. What a stonking world we live in. Look at this, guys. Yeah. Oh, man. I just rented this property. It was dirt cheap. And you want to see the door they've got? Like, bring your friends in and say, "Look at my door." I get a setting, just sit by the door just to look at it. So sorry, I've given up the internet. What are you doing these days, man? I'm just looking at my door. Oh, that's trippy purple. So yeah, delightful things and beautiful things in the world. This is the interior of the Orient Express. I would love to go on the Orient Express. That would be a trip of a lifetime. Probably a lot of wasted money though, and a lot of elite fucking stuff, and a lot of sucking up. What? But still, they got a beautiful Art Deco interior. It's outstanding, actually. Good taste. What? Fabergé's Art Nouveau movement again. So they got these made because Russia was having the same sort of thing going on with their 2 different worlds. But you come out with the 1850s, like I mentioned on Jason. You got the the city halls built all over America. You got the Washington, the White House apparently, Texas Capitol building in Austin I used as an example. And these are Greco-Romano buildings, and they tell you, "Oh no, it's a Greco-Romano revival." It's like, we're just doing it all over again. It's like, right, so what is this all over again, this movement? Because they keep saying they're replicating architectural movements. What is this replicating of the past? It's just, what is it for a start off? It's a cool inception, but can't get my head around it, actually. So, yeah, the Chrysler building's a bit bonkers. It was the biggest building in the world for a little while. So it opened in 1928, and then work continued until 1930. It took just under 3 years, as opposed to the Statue of Liberty under 1 year, which is really weird, so they say. So they're saying there's all horror stories. They're saying the things fall into pieces and it's road infested and it's not safe to go on at all. There's all sorts of problems. You can go in there and visit some of it. You do not need a ticket to enter the lobby. The rest is for visitors, but tourists can go up. So yeah, it's got an interesting history. Let's have a couple of little pictures of the building of this thing, because that's suspected to me. I don't know what's going on with it. I got movie footage of the Empire State Building being built, but I still don't buy it, not altogether. That looks like AI or something. But there it is. It's like a big, massive antenna inside the roof section of the Chrysler building. Let's move on a little bit. It's that. That's a lot of shit going on right there. What were they thinking? Nothing like it anywhere else in reality. Nothing was similar. And here it is. It is a monster, though. I really like to see it. And they've got all these beautiful chromy bits and these, well, they're not exactly gargoyles. Don't know what they are really. Eagles. They're showing you how it was done. Look at that aerial there. The booms for lifting it all up. But, you know, pencil drawings don't make it actually true, do they? Have a look. So there is a third of the way up. Okay, but there's a building, massive, right next to it, behind there, isn't it? Look at the size of that bugger. Okay, 1928, so you had a bit of a stop. Back up 1930. There's the Chrysler building top, which is its thing, isn't it? And there's its footprint. So I've been looking into what was there before, because before the Empire State Building was the Astoria Hotel that they knocked down, which is absolutely beautiful and no reason for it, the Waldorf Astoria. And then they moved it to the current location where it is today. But I can't find what is on this. I got the address, the two intersections of where it is. Not the building that was there before. So this is a small footprint for that building. This is not even a big footprint. Up out of that. So they say. But, I'm not sure where this is really. I'd have to find if these buildings were next to the Chrysler building to establish. There it is going up. And then it had a brick out on the outside. Like nothing else seen before. But I'm guessing bought by the guy who was the manufacturer of the Chrysler motor car, and he had that sort of stuff. I love some of the Chryslers of all world. So yeah, look at the height of the Empire State compared to it. Look at these things as well. And there's a few photographs of people standing out on you doing silly stuff, isn't there? As you may have seen. And that is the Chrysler automobile. All right, it's across the road. The Chrysler, where they do the motor car thing. Look at that thing. King Kong's a good movie. I watched the Peter Jackson version. There's loads of Antiquitex stuff going on in there. And King Kong climbs the Empire State Building. It gives you some idea of its perspective of how big it is. So I haven't actually seen it. I'd like to. So these were the plans. It was going to be like that. And it was going to be like that. It ended up like that. But it ended up like that. Like a rocket. By William Van Allen. Architect for it. William Van Allen. Or Ellen, A-L-E-N, William Van Halen. So yeah, I may have seen loads of these photographs. You ever seen photographs of them guys that are out on the road steel girders, like perilously going to die any second, eating their sandwiches like nothing's going on? You ever seen them? That sounds stupid. I don't know if that's even happening. And that's stupid too, because obviously she's come out of a hatch there though, which is okay. Take a little photo. I bet she's crapping. There's a color version, and there's a modern version, which is my thumbnail, purely for clickbaitable reasons, because people love to see a lovely lady, even ladies. Okay, so I think there's something going on with their major movements. What saith you? Okay, well, we'll go a little bit further back in time. We're going to look at the Crystal Palace. Now, I've talked about this umpteen times. Obviously, it's weird, but they're doing a lot of with the expositions. They're exhibits. It's a museum, and you can't buy anything. You got to go through, and then they show you what the new reset world is going to be, and all these Egypt things, because that's what's happening in Egypt. But you look at this photo here; it's just bananas. So they moved like tens of thousands of panes of glass for this thing, rebuilt it. Apparently, this is it. But that tree there, looks like it's been resting against it. And this thing looks like it's just looking at a photograph of an old building with all debris. And they're saying that's the rebuild. Unsatisfactory again, because it's already there, isn't it? So what effort to move it all that way anyway. But regardless, it's that big inside. We're going to have a look at some of the artifacts. You won't even believe it, guys, the artifacts in here. It is all of the wealth of the empire. And let me tell you guys, the British were brilliant at stealing shit. Oh, they are. It's like, have you seen all that shit they got over there? It's like, yeah, they got fucking loads of shit. It's like, we're going to have all that. You know that, don't you? It's like, fuck yeah. So they did that. This is Britain. What about them? They'll be all right. They don't need it. We're Britain. So it burnt down 1932 anyway, because apparently, as you know, glass and metal often spontaneously combust. The habit of it. My window all the time just lights up on fire. Yeah, obviously it doesn't make no sense. So bit of a psyop going on there. But you can see all the flags of all the nations and all of the exhibits of all the things of these nations. It's a brainwashing program of Egypt, the Egyptian dynasties, but their new engineering marvels as well. Big dynamos and free energy devices have been shown. Huge glass auditoriums with trees inside of some of them, excuse me. And their latest developments in ballistics are cannonry, with a nice big bertha there, for getting and nicking all this stuff to put into your great exposition. Yes, that's right. Everybody had to die. But, we got this big, massive Crystal Palace. These are all over the world, by the way. I've seen one of these, smaller version, in Dallas. On the way into Dallas, there's one of these smaller versions of a Crystal Palace. There's quite a few. And that one's old, too. Probably a period. Crystal Palace, New York. Although it's not crystal, but it's called that. Excuse me. Looks a bit of a shape of a ship or a church as well, doesn't it? But there's apparently the early plans for it. The architect, he was one of the highest regarded architects of his period, which is why he can't draw a straight line. And he's just fucking, I can't even, no comment on that, actually. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, that's Stanton in Virginia. And look at that for a mud flood. That's Staunton, Virginia. Excuse me. So, yeah, the opening of the exposition, the second time, we got Napoleon II, which is Napoleon's nephew, and we got Queen Victoria here, but I can't blow it up to show you. We just have to take my word for it. So, yeah, Egyptian shit, and there they are. I did blow it up. So, yeah, Napoleon. There's Prince Albert. He's still alive. Queen Victoria, the most powerfulest woman in the world. Somebody sat next to her, and Napoleon. So I'm guessing Napoleon's wife, Napoleon II, Emperor of France, following his uncle. So yeah, that's there in the modern day. Ali Pali, there's nothing there. There's a couple of nothings, but that's the footprints. Everything's gone. Don't need it anymore. It's gone. So yeah, let me show you what the interior. Oh, there it is being built, as you can see, but it's already there. As you will always see, it's just always already there. There they are, built in the exposition. Actually, they're not doing anything. They're just lazy and fuck around. But it is Britain, and they are good at what we call skiving. This is the skiving capital of the world. It's basically make it look like you're working, get a little bit done, and stretch it out. I'm giving hidden codes away here. So yeah, they're a dinosaur pack. So everyone knows, like, yeah, the world was ruled for hundreds of million years by fucking lizards. I mean, no sense whatsoever to man or beast. Yeah, quantum mechanically, you had lizards that were collapsing the realm for just no purpose whatsoever in reality. So just stupid fucking thing. But they put it in. It's fun. They like it, don't they? And it makes loads of Disney films. So let's have a look at the interior. Okay. So this was rebuilt. Dig that, they say. Okay, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They moved it. They rebuilt it. So they rebuilt that door inside. And that font. That old as fuck wooden door that looks like it's been there for hundreds of years. And all of this ornamentation. You're telling me they put that there for X amount of years? Because it looks proper ancient to me, guys. Like proper old door, old wooden panels. Look at this stuff. This is inside there, close-ups. So it's all like, Phoenician fountains, Phoenician style architecture. It's like that Nazi art they had in World War II. The Nazis had a certain style of art. Then they had no other schools of art, just their specific type. Well, it's like that in the Great Expositions. They got just one specific style based on the classics. Religion. My God, it's massive rain outside. We got this hurricane Bert, so they say, a stone bird. But still, it looks old as, and this does looks really old. And look at the craftsmanship. How long would it take you to carve out this one wooden panel? My God. And all of this, I think it's just booty. I really do. I think it's booty of a taking over of a civilization. You know, Queen Victoria, victorious of what exactly? Something just exploded in a rainstorm. Unusual. Okay. So font. Wonder why they call it a font, like letters. I wonder if heal you is okay and not another derogative term, like when you say hello, hello. Like, I'll heal you. What? Like, understood? You're going to stand and what? You're going to put your heel on me? I hope you haven't got stilettos. So, I heal you. I don't know. Considering all his minds, and it's all about us anyway. And you know, if we do get ill and think anything, it's because that's you doing it. Because of stress and environmental stress will make you ill. If you fucking, you know, some of these narratives will make you feel unwell because of the negative content of them on YouTube and other things that are happening in the world will have a physical effect in this world if you connect. So you gotta just do you, not let it get to you. Rise above, and all will be well. I hope I didn't get. No, YouTube can tell this is just not much happening with these statues that they stole from Rome in a classical world. I don't think these are reproductions. Look, Horn of Plenty, the complete Phoenician narrative in these places, which shows me it's Phoenicians, the Phoenician setup, and they're going to bring them back as well, the expositions. The Phoenicians, they got a new world order going on, and it's based on Babylonian faith, the old world Babylonian faith, if that's what it is. And there's only a few of them, and they treat them like this whole realm is just for them. And everybody else just works for them so they can be rich and have everything and stuff. And it's just, everyone just goes, yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Okay. It's really weird. Everyone does that, though. It's worse in Britain. We got a royal family. We got this like crazy taxing. Keris and Prosperin. So again, it's the old, you know, you got Greek classics and, oh, you got some British Cavalier. So yeah, the last time we had civil war in Britain, although it is looming, and I do think that it is. The last time we had that year was King Charles II. He went into Parliament and he closed it. He said, "Fuck you all. I'm closing Parliament." So they rose an army, the parliamentarians, and that's what the war was about. The first and second civil wars was the parliamentarians against these lot, the Cavaliers. So it was the people who supported Parliament and the Royalists and the Cavaliers, and it raged two wars in the 1600s, 1660s, around that period. And it was just like the American Civil War, they say, but no evidence of this. So, like with no evidence of any of this shit going on, really, another one is the Battle of Waterloo. Now, I've visited battles for my entertainment in my youth. Battles of the First World War, battles of the Second World War. I've been to the Battle of Hastings, the Battle of Boyne, Battle of Stamford Bridge, Battle of this, Battle of that. And do you know what? None of them are where they're supposed to be. The Battle of Waterloo, one of the most famous battles in history. I watched the recent version with Joaquin Phoenix. It was okay. It was a bit weird. And there's an older version with Rod Steiger movies. It's on YouTube. That's pretty good. It's a bit too emotional. He's got a sweaty face, and I can't look at sweaty faces. That's why I can't watch Lee Evans, the comedian. Although I really like his humor, he sweats like a bastard. I can't be looking at sweat flying off people. It's like singers. I love it when I watch singers phlegm on the microphone. Oh, they're just emotion. What emotion and then spitting? No. Anyway. So apparently there was tens of thousands of people fighting around this farmhouse. This guy who lives in here in the modern day, he takes a couple of buckets of musket balls and stuff. But we're talking thousands of cannonry, okay, over two lines fired at this thing. 50 years just before this, there was thousands of men doing a last stand in there, apparently. People climbing on the wall, a bit like the Alamo, but on acid. A bit like that. So, it took a bit of damage, the farmhouse. Oh, it must have been a terrible battle because everything's totally fucking ruined. Hundreds of thousands of men crawling all over this. Yeah, I'm not feeling the evidence is accurate. Okay, so we got a couple of the French people, and this could be old world. It probably is old world. These things are littered everywhere. Nothing to do with battle. Mind you, there's a little ruin in there. So yeah, the famous farmhouse at Waterloo, which is now in Belgium, and apparently the soldiers did some vandalism. If you can spot any British huzzahs, huzzah, as they go in to charge the French lines. Huzzah! Crazy. I can't imagine people actually fucking standing opposite one another in tens of thousands and imminent death is looking at you. People would fuck off. You'd have to, well, they do. They actually, in Russian cases, they used to shoot you if you didn't go in to get killed. So it was like, get killed or get killed. So is there an alternative? Afraid not, old chap, unless you've got any money. My father isn't ill. So I'm guessing France was also affected by the window tax. Curious, this international tax. So yeah, I've never actually seen this place. I've not been there. But now I feel like I know what it's about. Should be littered with tens of thousands of bodies only 50 years before. One of the biggest battles in European history, They've got a big monument there now in the modern day with a pyramid on top to commemorate such an event. Same as Auschwitz and some of his other, Napoleon's triumphs. This wasn't a triumph. He got his ass handed to him in a handbag by a pompous and rather faggy, which they usually are generals, aren't they? Rather faggy. Wellington. But not as bad as Montgomery in World War II. Oh, yeah, bad stories about Montgomery. Come on, get them knees up. Get them knees up. Okay, well, squat first. Squat first. Let me help you. Let me be behind you and show you how to do it. He's like, keep fitting that, but a bit like strange with it, apparently. I'm not saying he's a hair sniffer, but yeah. There's not many people around. It's a mud flood, a cellar in there. Wonder if they had an infirmary in there doing emergency operations on Napoleon's troops. But yeah, it wasn't down to us to win anyway. Apparently, we were waiting on General Blucher's army to turn up at the 11th hour. He's German, Prussians actually. Germany didn't exist. And he did. Here he comes over the hill with the swords of 1,000 men. And apparently kicked the French's ass. I wasn't there though. All happened around here. Sounds like a likely fucking story to me. Anyway. Same as the Alamo. I've got a fucking scratch on it. All them Mexicans charging endlessly. Like Zulu Dawn. And what happens? Sweet fuck all. Where's all the bullet holes and the cannon holes? Maybe they rebuilt it. But this looks seriously old. Yes, highly suspect. Oh, that's the monument. They got this like little pyramid thing. They got a bigger one in the modern day, actually, guys. What do they do? Why is he just hanging around laying there? What is he exactly doing? Well, maybe he's just being. You're allowed to just be. That's okay. So there it is, the famous French farm, the center of the greatest battle in European history. There's the pyramid in the background. I think that was there already. I think all these battles. I'm wondering what Putin actually wants with the Ukraine. It's not like he's not gone mad expansionism. Is he like Adolf Hitler and wants to take over Europe? But maybe that is the case. Or is this something in Kiev that he wants, like Kiev itself? Why? Because it's his main node. And whatever you put into that node in Kiev, like they do at Mecca, controls the whole place. This place is a computer. It's got specific places where you can input data. I think that pyramid was there already. You got the lion, the Phoenician lion on top. So, in case you've ever wondered what the Battle of Waterloo was like, you just seen the entire movie in your Brian. Because I just told you what it was like. I just did the entire movie by that Martinica version. You ever seen these? The Shield brothers. So they were in Texas, as you all know, place close to my heart. Yeah. So Shade was 7'6", and he was 18, so he had a bit of time to grow. Gus was 7'10", he was 24. Frank, 7'11", nearly 8 foot, guys. He was 24. But Jack, 7'11" and a half. He was 20. I say they are fucking whoppers. So these big boys, oh, they got married. Some wedding photos. They were the Texas National Guard. Just only needed the 4 of them. But they definitely were in the military, as you can see. They look like West Point graduates. I'm not sure, but they look like West Point uniforms. Not expert, but they do look like West Point. New York. I would say West Point. And here he is with his sister, or it might be his wife. It might be both. He's a big boy. He's a whopper. That's what a normal size human. His wife was a whopper too, wasn't she? But yeah, I'm guessing he had to find a giant wife because he was nearly 8 foot tall. So yeah, well done, Texas, for knocking out them giants. They were there all along. So I got all of these lovely things to show to you now, but I'm going to come back for a minute because I've been talking a long time. So what's going on? 651 are you waiting? So yeah, we're going to look at Amsterdam, Manila. We're going to look at all sorts of stuff in a minute. I got loads of stuff to show you. Oh, it's going to be good. So start. Oh, okay, that was an early comment. Okay, let me scroll down and see what one with you all in Flat Earth British land. There's me, mattleaker7@gmail.com. Please subscribe and share and ting. There's my website. You can find that down below. I'll give you all of the what we do actually here, which is a lot of subjects. And you'll find something new every week because we like to chop and change and not keep it. Question, Martin. Okay, I'm doing questions. If we all had pod dwellers in a simulation, are we connected to the same source body? Does each pod have its own reality, or do you think we are plugged into a shared simulation? Well, this is on the back of a comment, a discussion me and Jason had earlier, and the possibility of pod life. That us being in pods, and that is where we really are, a bit like the Matrix, but not. And this is a simulated reality, and we could be in this pod for a matter of hours playing this game, which would be our whole lifetime here. How would we even know when people can have DMT trips, live 40 fucking years, come back and only be gone 15 minutes? It's all about perspective, and you open them doors of perception, and the world is your oyster, literally. The universe. So I would say shared reality, but all of us have got different versions of consciousness. So I would say we have our own simulation. Some of us are not in it. The people they say NPCs or whatever, the ones with the dead eyes that are not really here, they're on energy saving mode, so they don't need to render any energy, and they are just on autopilot. So work, shitting, fucking, just human things and nothing more. Okay, they won't create or put anything into the reality. So I think it is a shared simulation, yeah, because we're all like, how are we talking now? We're sharing our reality, a simulation. So it's definitely that, isn't it, as well? But quantum mechanics says that anyway. So I don't know, Silver Sage, for real. Your version is just as valid as my version of reality. I'm just chucking it out there. Pod life is an interesting thought. First time I heard it, the guy said, he said it's in 1972. We're all in 1972. And they were just doing a version of what they thought reality was going to be like, which is why it's so fucked, because it's nothing like it's supposed to be. It's like, oh, well, that makes sense. It's the fashions are like 1972. It was like, except for the yoga pants, maybe the t-shirts and stuff look like they've regressed back to another time in the past. Everyone's just like got the same clothes on. I can't even tell people apart. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on. I need back. Honestly, everyone wears like just t-shirts, the same ones and stuff. It's just really weird. Anyway, Dimps, what are you saying, love? Yes, definitely we be taught these skills at school. No, they don't teach you. They teach you how to work for them in school, nothing more. If you were in a private school, you might be able to do, if you have money, do what you want to do, learn what you want to do, and succeed and stuff. But that's not what the state schools are about, unfortunately. Very limited information. Was always frustrated with that. Shaq size is 19 at 7 foot. So he must have specially made shoes and shops at Giacomo, the bigger people. Geraldine Carver, I want to see your Alpine years. Okay, then. There they are. There's no mistaking an elf. I know. And I'm not even one of those crazy elf people that walk around. I'm not even one of them. I'm just naturally an elf. It's crazy, isn't it? Elfling creature. I reckon in war, what we should do is send all of the furries into no man's land. If you imagine the enemy, how scared they would be with a load of furries running towards them, like furry animals, people in furry animal costumes. It would be petrifying. You wouldn't even need drop gay bombs on them and send in the furries, because they're apparently I've heard the furries are all swingers and stuff. Have you heard about that? Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be some weird cult going on where they're all dressed as furry and doing like furry stuff in bed to one another. I know, that's what I've seen on a video, guys. Don't quote me on that, but furries are like a strange version of Scientology or something. Donna Hughes, but don't quote me on that. Mr. C, good to see you over here. In fact, of British lands, AIPR. So yeah, as you notice, we don't take life too seriously over here, because basically, what's the fucking point? And I'm nuts enough for all of you, so that's brilliant. Mary, where have you been? Where have you been? Have you been to London to visit the Queen? Did you see her there? No, she's dead. Have a few special ones, but I don't know. As soon as I got a terrible mind for mathematics, some reason it's like as soon as maths are mentioned or like numbers and stuff, my brain just closes the fuck down. I mean, I can't do any of it. I don't even know why. Oh, brilliant for memories, and I can remember like lots of shit and have knowledgeable backdated stuff in my mind from all the millions of stuff that I've done in my life. When it comes to mathematics, I'm fucked. Dirk Van Gessel, good to see you. Thanks for the net breaking down. Here, catch up with you later. All right, don't worry. We got hurricane, yeah. No, we haven't. What was that about? I don't know about NPC things. Aya's description, it would seem the entire country of India is NPCs. You haven't been to Britain, have you? The country formerly known as Britain is now North Korea. Martin's still looking at truth. Yeah, still doing that. Well, yeah, Mary, of course I am. British, innit? Wiggly flat firms. 2.5, yes. Oh, someone, look at you. Fucking Mr. Math. TNN. Well, that's what they do, isn't it? It says that in Big Brother. How many lights are you? And they did it to Picard in Star Trek. How many lights, Picard? He's like, 5 lights, 5 lights. See as many lights as you want. You give me enough drugs. The Beans. Good to see you. Joy, 17. I love lovelies. Okay, yeah. Alien event. That's in April. Got shit myself there. That'll be good. That'll be a good opportunity. See, that'll be a shot for their system. Dabbing good. Our consciousness is certainly changing. Hopefully, this is the start of a new age. I think so. Dabbing good. I think good things are coming. Okay, I think probably the world get wrecked beforehand, but after that, it'll be awesome. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about them. You do you. Yeah. I think they will ruin the world. They definitely do that in the past. They will do it again. Marianne, and in my lifetime, probably. Good. Bring it. Can't wait. I hope nukes are a thing. My grandmother, she really wanted a nuclear war. I've never known anybody want anything so much. So, I hope they drop the fucking bomb, Matt. I was like, I know, Nan, and me. So we can all die together. We won't have to cry when we all die. I was like, I know, it'd be brilliant. She said, it will. So we were quite looking forward to it. Such a shit. Nothing fucking real. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. That'll be good. Exciting. Type trucking. Okay, we're getting into more. Let's look at some 700 of New Yearly. If you shared this video out to like Twitter and all of them other places, more people will come over, and I'd have more people in my chat, and more people hang out. Would be more groovy. Yeah, we want more fun. Okay, so do that for me, us, for reality, for love, in the name of love. Okay, let's have a look at some pictures of antiquity. And let's have a look. We'll start here with Hamburg, a city I know and love very well. I was a 18-year-old boy walking down the streets of San Pauli on my own in a merch, and all of these pretty women were standing in windows and in doorways, and they were smiling at me, and I was thinking, oh, they fancy me. But obviously they fancied everyone with money. So it's a hedgehog star thought system. This entire central bit here, coincidentally, gets wiped out in World War II. And the same narrative for the inside of Rotterdam star thought. They knew what they was hitting. The old beautiful city of Hamburg. I used to go right up the river as well to a place called Harburg, which is further up the river than Hamburg. But I had a groovy time there. I've been there in this place here. This thing here is like a boathouse thing. The boats, these ferries go from it, actually. You can go around and a thing. There's a tunnel that goes under this water I walked through. It's on James Bond film, one of the James Bond films. So yeah, everything you see in this photograph has probably got disintegrated in World War II because, unfortunately, Hamburg, Rotterdam, Dresden, Berlin, and Tokyo, among others, got battered in World War II worse than any other place. So yeah, Hamburg probably one of the worst firestorms in World War II. Really an unhappy affair. This is in early pictures, 1890s. See all the antique tech buildings. They would have had bells in them, ringing to one another, charging all of that area around with beautiful charm in it, if you like. It's another way of saying it. Yeah, I've been in there. Charming the environment. I heard in the Czech Republic, it was beautiful to the years. Shame they got rid of it in Britain. See all the spires sticking up, how beautiful. Nowadays, it's fucking high-rise tower blocks. I don't know whoever thought skyscrapers were funky. Maybe if they were all like the Chrysler building, which I do like, guys. It's really groovy, actually. Wow, look at all these old buildings. So how do we go from there to the classical revival, straight into Art Deco, Art Nouveau revivals, and then on to whatever this is now, which is brutalism, isn't it? That's what they are now, brutalism. So they got a lot of Greco-Romano building there. Look at that thing, size of that. So yeah, it's a big place, mind, Hamburg. The Reeperbahn is amazing. It was a bit of an eye-opener for a young man. All of that. I went into one gun shop in there, and they had like a missile launcher behind the counter, like a bazooka. It's like, what? Can I buy a bazooka then? Like, yeah, sure, you can buy a bazooka. You can buy whatever you want. So I fuck me. It's really weird, yeah. So I bought myself a couple of flint knives, got them confiscated as usual. They always confiscate my good stuff. They nick them for themselves. You know what they're fucking doing. God, if I had all of the stuff back that had been confiscated to me in airports and stuff, I'd have a big mountain of stuff back that was stolen from me. Anyway, yeah, it's funky in there. I loved it in there. So yeah, well, the world was beautiful back then. Look at this hillside. Love to live in one of them, looking over the river, eating fucking pumpernickel, whatever that is. Wiener Schnitzel, fucking what? I can't think of that wormy stuff. What is it called? Fucking hell. Apple strudel's pretty nice. And they have these women there that carry these big steins of beer, and they bring them over to you, and then they sing you a pretty song in German. You know, it's lovely it is. I went into a bar once in Germany, and they all broke out in song and put Maria Haver on and started doing like Jewish dances and stuff. I was like, what, are you all Jewish? They said, no. So why are you doing like, you know, Maria Haver and dancing and stuff? Dun, 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 dun. They said, oh, because you've just come in and we feel so bad for our behavior in World War II. I was like, fuck me. I heard that in a film once, and it's actually happened to me now. So yeah, don't worry about it. Fucking knock yourself out. We're okay. So I fucking hell, you haven't been to Britain, are you? Fucking hell, the more Nazis than you lot. I'm not saying something. We invented fucking Nazi. Concentration camps. Fucking hell, we invented them. All that good stuff. Yeah, these are beautiful houses. No wonder it went up like a fucking tinderbox. They're all made of wood. And then they built it back. Build back better. See that neuro-linguistic programming they do with you? Yeah. Fucking build back better. Yeah. Stronger, safer. I heard Trump only yesterday, I shit you not, guys, use one of Hitler's speeches. He used strength through joy. Strength through joy? That's the fucking Nazi party. He's nicking Hitler's speeches because they are pretty epic. So he nicks them. Can't fault him. It's just a mark of genius. They got satellite dishes on the top of here, guys, just in case you can't get a signal in the antique world. Obviously, they could be something else. I don't know what they are. They do look like satellite dishes. That looks like the Opera House, soon to be a pile of dust, thanks to the bloody bombing campaigns of World War II. Fucking Bomber Harris. So I went to Essen once, and there was a load of young Essen people in the bar, and they insisted on taking me to show me these photographs of the city that had been annihilated by the RAF during World War II. And then they started pointing at me, saying, "You fucking did that." I was like, "Well, it wasn't me. It was my grandfather. My grandfather was in the RAF." I said, "Oh, good, because my father was, with the Third Reich, innit?" It's like, "Oh, is that true?" It's like, "Fuck yeah. Yeah, I got a letter in the house off Field Marshal von Mannerheim, innit?" So I wrote welling with them. It's personal friends with the inner circle, like. So I think they were going to jump me and fuck me up, like, for bombing their city. But listen, you bombed that chip shop. I ain't got a fucking problem with it. Fucking knock yourselves out. I wasn't there. You're some dignitary, because you can't get famous and have a statue unless you touched dog's ass, apparently, or done something gnarly, something to get you a statue. But it won't be hero-y things, yeah? If I end up being like a mega hero and saving everybody, they won't have a fucking statue about me. It won't be John Lennon fucking airport, Matt Leakett Airport. I don't want an airport named after me anyway. And nobody can spell my fucking name. No one in America can even say my name. Yeah, people have known me for years, can't even say my name. Oh, I got that thing running along the bottom of the fucking screen. I do apologize. Litzka. Yeah, it's a silent D. So you just touch it on your tongue. Ooh, like Litzka. Yeah, it's quite sexy if you say like Litzka. Okay, you get it? So I was one of these. I had a brilliant time. I had my headphones on listening to Electric Ladyland, Jimi Hendrix, really loud, painting the ship on a cold, frosty morning in Hamburg. And I really loved that morning. So we got the anchor caught in a cable. Long story. Yeah, sorry about that thing on the bottom. Yeah, these things look like a fucking tinderbox waiting to happen, but they look really homely and cutchy, don't they? It's better they all got little mice running around to give it that homely feel. Innit? Yeah, that thing. See these castellations on that bridge? Gone. The bridge is still there, but all of these castellations are no longer there. Oh, thank you, Marianne. But keep it for yourself, love. I'm really kind of you, but honestly, you did. We all do. So Hamburg was quite cool. Right, let's move back and look at something else. The Crypts. Okay. And I don't mean some rapper's pad where he lives, Crypts. I don't mean that at all. You know what I mean? I mean crypts under a French church of I'm going to balls this up if I pronounce it. Juria, and it was in 1900. The Crypts of de Juria in 1900. But you've got to imagine all this stuff is under the ground. Who's building all this stuff under the ground is bonkers to me. Look at this. Vaulted. And that's the street up there, I gather. Oh, there was a door. Oh, well, it's the crypt. Look at these marble columns in a crypt. What, for dead people? Anyway, I'm going to come back a minute because that's really getting on my nerves. I'm not being funny. I can't have that fucking thing going across the bottom of my screen. The whole video. I don't even know what it's doing there. I don't know why I did that. There, that's better. Anyway, 700 of you watching. Don't worry, we're going to go back to the images very shortly. Without that thing going on the bottom, distracting you from the beautiful images and blocking half the image. It matters now. Okay, we're going back. So I haven't even started sharing my Flaterday pics, and it's like, what time did I start? 8 o'clock. 2 hours. Okay, and I've already done nearly 3 hours over Jason, so I'm going to cut it on about another half hour. Let's whiz through. Okay, I'm going to have to come back in a day or two to do more because basically I just haven't got the time to do all these. But I've got so much content, just doing my head in. I want to just get it out, man. You know, just want to let it all hang out. Let it all hang out. I see dead people. I see glow believers. Okay. Yeah, so they got a lot of effort for that crypt. Some money went into that. Ooh, I got I can tell you exactly what this one's called in a graph of what these pillar tops are called. Some of them are Corinthian, some of them are Troy, some of them are Greek, some of them are this, some of them are that. So this one I can identify. It's got the toroidals, but it's not Phoenician in any style, really. Couldn't even tell you with that one. There's some Jesus stuff going on in the background. Ooh. I don't know exactly what style that is. It's really different from a different reset where they had loads of stuff to build with, like marble. And then they can bury some dignitaries. So I don't think I'll ever end up in a crypt. And I don't even want a religious burial. That would not be very kind to me. It's like fucking an animal, fucking dominated patry thing to me. It would be very cruel. So don't do that, anyone. Yeah, maybe a nuclear war. That'd be good. We can all get a nice suntan together, nice bronze tan together, and all look like movie stars. Be the new thing. Where'd you get your tan? Oh, that was the bomb. And people like literally, I bet you any money, yeah, you get influencers wanting their photograph taken in front of a mushroom crowd for YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is making videos of the nuclear war, like there's going to be somewhere to post it later, but it won't stop people making content. Nothing stops people making content. Content is everything. Record it, photograph it, look at it, journalize it, log that shit. Yeah, definitely. Some mother sanctum, yeah, sanctimonious. Anyway, let's move on to some more photographs. The Manila earthquake was in the late 1800s, 1890, I think it was. And the city of Manila, as you know, is a large city in the Philippines with Spanish-looking buildings that are attributed to colonial rule. But they got shook in this big earthquake. So let's have a look at the apocalyptic events of Manila. Ooh, look at that for an Antiquitech tower. The Thriller in Manila. So it's practically America, isn't it? The Philippines. They sort of rule it in this day and age. Since MacArthur went on the beach and said, "This shit's mine now." Basically, that's what he said. "This shit's mine now." And everyone went, "Yeah, fuck yeah." You seem pretty epic. You're like John Wayne in real life. He's like, "Fuck yeah." You see my gun? It's like, yeah, I know. Got it off Civil War general, didn't you? Like, fuck yeah. I wouldn't mind a Civil War general's gun. That'd be fucking brilliant if they were real. Stonewall Jackson's gun. That's what I want. Look at that. That looks like a bit of Angkor Wat that's attached to this church. They don't even go together. Let's have a look at this. So nobody's about. That's one thing. It's an unusual sort of tower. I couldn't even tell you what style that is. But this looks like a Catholic church, I must say. Which you would have, because I think they're Catholic, aren't they, in the Philippines? Some of them, and they have some Muslims there too. But a lot of colonial architecture. Somebody said to me in the comments earlier about Borneo, worth looking into. Yeah, you wouldn't think that Borneo had buildings like this, but it has. I've seen pictures of Borneo that have towns with this sort of architecture. So it's not that devastating, I don't think, guys. The buildings are still there. Where did all this rubble fall from? Oh, that building, is it? Anyway, let's hope everyone was okay, isn't it? That day. So that moment in time when he had that photograph taken, that exists now. He had it just taken. Oh my God, timeline's converging right there, which brought him back from 135 years ago. So yeah, Filipinos. So they're only little, innit? They're little and, you know, as I say, cute. So they're little and cute. What the, is that there? So this unusual looking thing looks like an antenna. Don't know what that's doing there. So I'm not saying it was a completely apocalyptic hurricane. Earthquake. So did the earthquake make all the plants grow? No, that's a ruin, isn't it? So the Colonials built that, 1600s, and then just left it like that. What's with that then? What happened there? It's just another world, wrecked again. Just like the mud flood and all of these plants all over it. What about the blocked up doors? Do they have a window tax there too? What's with that in antiquity, guys? Okay, we're doing a bit of repairs on the little Catholic chapel church. I like time traveling. Do you like time traveling with Marticus Vardicus? The size of these buttresses to hold this wall up. Why was the wall so high? Just massive wall. And a massive tower with this is an entire buttress. Wow. That is some sturdy buttressing. They got nice like banana palms as well and stuff there, guys. It's really groovy. But the weather's really awesome and chocolatey. Oh, I love good weather. Miss the heat. Look at that. Looks like should be in Italy. That does look Italian. That looks like it's in Pisa, the Tower of Pisa area. So, yeah, Manila's grown into a huge city now, hasn't it? Just absolutely massive. So, yeah, that's all like crystal on top, like Crystal Palace on there, guys. Glass and metal. That's beautiful, yeah. Coaching. All right, it got a bit fucked up. But, that looked like it was messed up in the beginning. So, there's that. Yeah, it's not too bad. It was only a little tremor. I'm glad to see the Church of St. Pedro still there. Little bits fell down. See the plod up there, Mr. Bobby's. Making sure the law and order. Okay, some action going on. Oh, right. That did actually get fucked up, that tower, and that did crumble. Wow. And big buttressed walls. I noticed the buttresses didn't budge. They won't either. Like Star Forts, they don't budge. It's that shape, that angle, like a stealth bomber. Just impregnable. And then buttresses, man, they just hold it in place. That's why they're there. Hold the curtain wall up. So, I've never experienced an earthquake myself. I've lived in hope. I felt a couple here in Cardiff. My bedroom moved a couple of times. But nothing like hold on like they do in videos in Japan and stuff. That would be awesome. I would really like that. Be exciting. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Flaterday picks, guys, because do you know what? I've been going a couple of hours here, and it's just gone so quick, I don't even know what's happened. So here is a load of purple pipit eaters. These are the Romans. You know about them, don't you? So they got like dressed in purple, and here is the Emperor Caesar. Okay, but it's not. This is Tiberius, Emperor Tiberius. He's holding hands. He's got a girlfriend. Ooh. And in the background, a menorah. And he's off to do some anointing. And his gang are with him, armed with what? Are they armed with? Lots and lots of fasces. Because he needs a security detail because everyone wants to kill him. So what he has is people with... Yeah, probably the Empress, him. Yeah. Whoop, whoop, Mrs. Beams. Okay, what's happening here? You need to escape. The army's coming. They're probably going to want to do things to us. We're beautiful. Let's get on a horse and ride out of here. So you're getting a lot of Lord of the Rings and stuff. I think there's elements of truth in Lord of the Rings. I think that's like a parallel timeline thing that's happening here in Middle Earth. Just rings too true to too many people. You know, the orcs from Orkney. So how long has this thing been about of doing the nut under the three things and skanking everybody? You can't get it. He's looking up at the sky for answers. It's like, oh man, I don't get it. It's like, one more go. Come on. 10p, 10p. Guess which one it's under. He's like, under that one. It's like, nah, I'm afraid not. He's got a little owl in his basket. So yeah, that game's ongoing. So here they are in the past. Nice jug of wine. Nice gentle lighting. Nice fat cigar or whatever. And all the cool stuff they got. And these are just all ordinary people. I don't even think they're the mega elite swines. So yeah, you probably know by now anyway. Remarkable discoveries within the Sphinx. The temple within the hollow head. So there's rooms inside of the Sphinx and all underneath here. But you can't go into them because it's all blocked off. There's actually a door on top of his head to get into these underground places. I bet they're full of treasure. But they wouldn't let you climb on there. So I asked you all in comments this week in my community page what you call the end of your bread. I had everything from heel to the end of the bread. We call it crust in Britain. Yeah, crust of bread. Tough shit, crust of bread. That's what we say in Britain. It's funny how people have different names for different things. But one thing is for sure, we all eat bread. So I was wondering about the Victorians. What is going on with their eyes? You know, I was looking at this young girl. She's not too old. She's very well presented, but her eyes are like she's on drugs or she's seen something incredibly terrible. I don't think this is just down to abuse. I don't think that was as prolific as they make out. I think that's just them telling us it is. But maybe. But her eyes are just shocking for a girl of her age. She looks about 100-year fucking old. What the hell did she see? Maybe the reset, guys. Or whatever happens in the underground places when you come up and off, and maybe. Just weird. So look on top of this pillar here. These are in what you call Myanmar, or what we do call in Britain Burma, which is where you've got Rangoon, etc. And some of the antiquity you get there. That's another thing they changed out of nowhere. Myanmar, or whatever they call fucking Burma now. So when did they change that? It's like you changed at the same time as you changed Peking to Beijing. So it was always Peking. What's the capital of China, man? Peking. No, mate, I'm afraid not. It's Beijing. So when the fuck did you do that? Just one of those things, man. All of these antiquities left to rack and ruin all over Christendom. And if you do go visiting Laos, don't be drinking their drinks. Okay. And look at these massive megaliths underneath from an ancient world. Let's have a look. Wow. They're huge. Not too huge that the events didn't disrupt it and make it smashed up. That looks like it's been underwater to me. So, yeah, I don't really look at Burma very much. But they have got some stunning stuff. Laos as well, Vietnam as well. Got some Bangkok. Curious name for a city, isn't it? Bangkok. It makes you wonder what goes on there. But Bangkok is an amazing, beautiful city with all of these sort of things as well. Not sure if this is Rangoon. It's a nice name, isn't it? Rangoon. Write a song about that. Rangoon. So using a map of Antarctica, apparently the flat earthers are going there, but they're not going there because nobody goes there. They're going to an island by here on the tip or something. And this island here, Western Antarctica, is actually below sea level. And it's an island. So it's not even part of the Antarctica continent, as you can see. All this is supposed to be ice all the way around there. But yeah, there's a fucking thing going on. I'm sending flat earthers. They asked me, I'm fucking going. Fucking hell. I value my nose, and I couldn't give a shit. Listen, It doesn't matter what they say, yeah. It still doesn't determine the shape of the earth because basically, fucking hell, there's all round things up there. But if this was a snooker table, yeah, the snooker balls are round. The fucking table isn't round, is it? No, it's flat. So it doesn't mean anything. And anyway, I think the sky's probably a fake anyway. So they brought the Prince William Henry up ship like they did with the Mary Rose this way using ropes in the past. And he brought her back up because she was full of goodies and gold and cannonry and stuff. When Britannia ruled the waves. Britain, what happened? We used to have the biggest navy in the world. It's like, oh, fuck me, the British are coming. Let's fuck off. We were like the orcs, yeah? Totally evil, yeah? It's like, oh, yeah, they got good shit. We're having all of that. Or we'll just bomb them to oblivion so they can't have all that. That's another British tactic. Be as spiteful as fucking possible. That's why we gained so much territory in this world, because we're just, like, fucked in the end. And look at these. These were roaming around the place, apparently in antiquity, cryptids, like Jason said about earlier. Definitely think there was a weird time in these timelines where there was these things roaming around. You get them in that Witcher program I've been following. There's all sorts of monsters in there. It's really groovy. Railway station. Do you recognise this? This looks like a palace, doesn't it? This is Temple Meads in Bristol, one of my favourite railway stations, built by, apparently, Isabel Kingdom Brunel, part of the Great Western Railway. And it's still absolutely epic today. It is a big sort of complex, actually. Excuse me. It's a big complex, actually. This what the fuck can I get out of this now? It's gone massive, and I can't make it go smaller. Excuse me. Oh, there you are. Wow, this has gone nuts. What's happened there? Excuse me. I'm gonna fix that. My pictures have all just gone massive. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm going to drop down my magnification. I don't know. It's not even that. It's just gone weird. Excuse me. Let me just put that back. So 659 of you. Happy Flaterday. Hope you've all had a good evening. We've done loads. We had a couple of hours over Jay's, hanging out, chewing the fat, talking about cool stuff. Yeah, philosophy. Modern day philosophy. Right, we're back to it. I went to shit then, and I'm back. Okay. So make sure to share this out if you would, guys. And I'll keep saying that, but it does help with the old everything. YouTube's weirdness thing. Okay. Before I run out of steamage. Okay. Okay, baby. Right, Flaterday pics. Now here is Henry VIII, and he's outside his house. Okay, in the 1500s, and his house is Hampton Court, and it's made out of London red brick. Here he is in a pencil drawing. Here it is in the modern day, 500 years later, red brick. You sure? 500 years ago. To me, it looks like it was not that old. Welsh Terminator. Yeah, they're going to send a Terminator to stop me helping everybody from the future. It's like, stop Martin Lidger, get a helicopter. Welsh Terminator. I'll be there now in a minute, innit? Oh, these two sheep while I count them. Whose coat is that jacket? So here's some beautiful geometry in a building. Stand under there, look up. Lay down and look up. You would have a physical effect and a mental effect. It would be juicy. You'd be like, oh, one thing you wouldn't be doing there is laying there thinking, oh, this is shit and that looks really fucking ugly. That's one thing you wouldn't be saying. It'd be the opposite. So that's my thumbnail for this video. And it's not just because it's got pretty lady on it with ginger hair up on there, but it might be. So there, imagine there's all dents in it because it's made of stainless steel, I guess. But amazing. Maybe I get to see it one day. Okay, let's have a look at some of the antiquity in these old pictures. Old paintings. Up that massive high staircase to get up to there, and you've got all of that decoration and shades on the windows. That's something they don't have in a modern day. The sun's like baking in. So yeah, iconic tops. That was similar to the one we just seen. The Doric top, which is nothing going on at all. The Corinthian, which is the overlay in flowers. The composite, which is more or less, I think, what we've seen in them crypts just now. And the Tuscan, which is a Tuscan, which is just plain nothing going on. Doric's got the serrates in the pillar. So we know that for future. We're learning about architecture like masters. So yeah, these hand signals, the Freemasons do and the religious people do, pack a punch. Now, this definitely does cause a toroidal. If you put your thumb in the middle and hold the thumb down and put your 2 fingers up and hold it in the air, you can, for a while, you get charged. You can charge yourself, especially if there's static in the air. John Boy, I seen him. He literally blessed me once. I shouted at him, "Oi, skinhead!" And he looked over at me and my mate Nobby and he blessed us. I was like, fuck yeah. Zika. And he went, Zika. There's Balfomet. He's doing it. They're all doing it. Everybody's doing it, picking a nose and chewing it. And there's Jesus. He's getting down with the fingers. And there's the most expensive painting in reality. He's doing the secret code. And they're all doing the secret code. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Nothing's going on. It's all pretty normal. It's normal behavior. Okay, this is look at this building. So this is old Edinburgh in Scotland land, which hasn't changed too much in the old world. It's one place they got knobbly bits on their church to amplify chi energy, which is what it basically does. Okay, let's move on. Oh yeah, that's the Scott Memorial Monument in Edinburgh. It looks like the top of a building, doesn't it? Edinburgh's got some cool architecture. So it's supposed to be Jerusalem. Let's have a look at the real Temple Rock, according to a lot of people, which is Edinburgh Castle, because it's on a volcano, they say. The Dome of the Rock. It's Stafford. So we built it all on horse and carty warty. Horse and carty farty warty. Look at this, all classical buildings here. So really, really pretty city. Train spotting gives it bad reputation, doesn't it? Edinburgh from the castle. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, the new. And here is from the Scots Memorial, looking at Edinburgh. And honestly, it hasn't changed that much. This is still a similar sort of vista as what you'd see in the modern day. And they never splattered it with nasty ass high-rise flats either, which is good. Yeah, there's many films about old Edinburgh. One of them's about this graveyard and this little dog that lived in there. I used to love that film. Can't remember the name of it though. And of course, Burke and Hare, the body snatchers. Hare, I'm loosely related to Hare, the body snatcher. It's a long story. You just have to trust me on that. I am loosely related to the famous body snatcher. Like 12th cousin remarried into the family removed. So not actually got any DNA fucking grave robbers, as far as I know. So what you do in America when you win World War One is the Doughboys come back and they built a big pyramid, Freemasonic victory of the German helmets that they captured. Weird. But war is weird, and there's rules to war. Apparently, like you're not abiding by the Geneva Convention. What's that then? We have rules involved. Oh, rules like, yes, if you put your hands up, it means that we don't kill you. What happens? Oh, we feed you and send you to a hotel. Oh, well, I'll put my hands up then. Okay, you're under a vest. Will I be tortured? No. All will be well. So here's the transport of the old days, getting them balloons ready, get the taxis out and get the peeps to work in these huge buildings that are now railway stations, some of them. Let's get them pumped up, ready for the taxis. Off they go. Everyone goes to work in a taxi. 1908. Get them fucking balloons up there. Oh, yes. And there's some versions of the balloons of the old world. You can see, pretty funky. And in the old world, they had, I show you, a tunnel under the English Channel, which is not the Channel, but it was there already, apparently. And Starfort at Dover, over here at Calais. And the French have gotten a mad that of balloons and thousands of men. This was a proposed invasion of Britain, which never happened. Maybe. Or maybe not. Oh, we'd be speaking French, don't worry. Some other crazy air balloons. Energy 3, I think this one is. Just amazing Tatarian balloonage. I love the idea of Tataria. So in the old days, back in the 70s, we used to dance, and it was called the bump. Do the bump, do the bump. Hey, hey, do. One more time. One more. So yeah, so what we had to do with a bump, it was brilliant, is you had to bang your bum into another bump. So, or your hip into another hip. It was called the bump, and it was a really groovy dance. Now they do twerking, which is basically simulated sex in a public place, which is not acceptable in my head. I was like, fuck off with the twerking. You know what I mean? I just don't like that culture. It's agonizing. Anyway, this is the event that happened in St. Louis. Got wiped out by a cyclone. I posted it on my community page this week. Pretty apocalyptic. Most good portion of the city got wiped out. 1896, but by 1904 they got the exposition. So don't worry. 8 years later, all of this will be pretty big buildings. The lady in the red dress. Cyclone map. So yeah, it took a big splatter of the city out. So not only fires, some of these unusual twisters tear through. And then they built this. Living infants. They're selling incubators with living infants. So they got like an exposition full of living babies with, well, seemingly, I'm guessing, no parents, because they're part of the exposition. Just makes you wonder. It's just craziness. Or did people donate their babies into incubators? Obviously not. They're incubators. Can your baby go in exhibition for 8 months? So yes, of course. Oh, it'd be hard days. It'd be like thousands of people coming in and looking at them. Yes, that'd be fine. Whatever. So if you know Manhattan Island, there's an old map at the top of Manhattan Island. But before Manhattan is there, there's Harlem down there at the top there. This is further on up, obviously, Harlem River. And there was no development. As you know, all of this now is, got Queens over here and everything, and it's just all metropolis, but apparently not in the past. So here's the Scottish when they won football at Wembley over England. What do the Scottish do? Smash the fucking place up. No, this was the good old golden days of Britain, what we love and miss. Yeah. What did we do? A good old pitch invasion. Charge the 20,000 enemy fans for a big old. Well, I can assure you, we weren't hugging. Okay. Or, we don't want to insult them. Wreck their fucking ground. Smash their ground up, which is what the Scottish do. And they're really happy about it as too. And they won 3-0 as well. So there is that. It's all they want to do, really. Scottish to beat the English in football. It's all they live for, really. So don't care, really, as long as we beat the English. So yeah, I get that. So here's Covent Garden in London from a balloon in 1900. They sell all your fruits and veg in London. Interesting little hippodrome theatre thing there. So yeah, it's beautiful, Covent Garden, if you haven't been there. Look at this, looking up to Montmartre in France, in Paris. Ultra HD picture. Somebody building a building there. Look at the quality on top of the buildings, which you'd never see unless you were in a balloon. You'd never see that from the ground level, would you? All of that. What a beautiful HD photograph up to Sacré-Cœur. There's a lot of weirdness going on with that. It's in the new John Wick movie, and then it was on fire, and then it was the only thing lit up in a blackout in Paris. There's something going on with that weird spooky church. There's a lot of spooky stuff in there. Here is a Tatarian chick. Okay, she's got ginger hair, blue eyes, and loads of pretty little red swastikas all over her gown. And she's not even a member of the Nazi party. No. Yeah, she's like, this is flat Earth map. She's like them. sun and the moon going over us. And she's saying, this is peace, man. Peace, baby. See how she got a little swastika there, swastika there? It's good, isn't it? See, everyone like thinks, oh, because the Nazis like used their emblems, that it's all bad. This is terrible news. Have you seen this? Oh God, guys, there was a drone strike in heaven. Yeah, man, an ICBM, interballistic hyperspeed missile landed at God's feet. He was like, what the fucking hell is this? He went, God, yeah, they're shooting missiles at us. So do you want trouble? So yeah, we might have war with heaven, guys. It's okay, it'll all go well. Hell's on our side anyway. They got loads of guns. Big speakers. Really big speakers. Okay, so all go well. This is the voyage of Marco Polo. He went across China, Marco Polo, the Venetian, but he didn't mention the Great Wall of Rome because it wouldn't have, I think it's a modern structure. What he did see was a load of little phoenixes. They tried to catch him. And loads of cryptids as well. He's seen giants, giant queens. The voyages of Marco Polo. Here he is, Marco Polo. Marco Polo actually doesn't look like a Phoenician. He's got a bit of a turban, if you know what I mean. So I think he's from an Ottoman sort of country. But you are on his voyages. Tiny little white elephants. So pygmy elephants, unless everyone's a giant. And he came across a load of dogheads living quite happily in the land of dogheadsness. Dogheadsville. And dragons. You've seen loads and loads of dragons on his voyages, because this is what there's Marco Polo. There he is. He wasn't a young chap. Yeah, so he chronicalizes all of his journey, and it all sounds quite fantastical. It's like, well, none of that shit actually exists in our reality. Yeah, you know, it's an official historical thing. It's really weird. Okay, this is crazy. Look at this, guys. This is in Times Square, looking north. Okay, in the old days, and look at that beautiful New York theater. Yeah. Okay, beautiful, isn't it? Look at the glass dome, tech. And do you know what they've done to it? That was inside it, that glass dome. So, auditorium, little stage for watching a little rock band or maybe some chamber orchestra, whatever they had in them days. See, I think the medieval, or even further back, I think they had like a version of techno or something like along those lines, a bit like jazz funk, something like that, acid jazz, something like that. I think they had. I really do. There it is now. So it's gone from that. Ah, this lovely. Well done, America. To somebody just took a big shit all over it, didn't it? Why did they do that? Well, I know why they do it. Chrysler. Here's Cardiff, Barry Docks, which is just down the road. Barry, which is a town, a major port, one of the biggest coal ports in the world, like Cardiff, and it was cram-packed full of ships in the past. The golden days of shipping, I sadly miss. And here's where I grew up. Beautiful place called Ely. We had 2 breweries, 2 quarries when I grew up, or 2 brickworks, and we had a little railway station. They closed it before I was born. They didn't think we needed one. If you want to get a train, go to fucking town. It's all going backwards. So yeah, they had these in the past. Apparently, women were going around in these bubble things, and you can float in them as well. You can see this. Okay, it was a vision of the future of what we're going to be like in our bubble reality. Let me come back. I see what's going on in the world. Okay, 700 of you watching. Thank you all for being here. I've been talking live for 1 hour 48 minutes. Is that what all I've been talking for? Okay, hiya Adam Cook. Let's give you a few of you shouts, and then I'll show some more pictures for half an hour. I literally thought it was a lot less, a lot longer. Martin is getting smaller. Oh, that doesn't even make sense, Mr. Marmite. You're getting smaller. That's you, that is. You're talking about you. That's when people says anything about you. They're on about themselves. This is how the shit works. Somewhere in time. So you're the incredible shrinking man, not me. As above, so below. Dee. The old world was beautiful. Still evil, though. Wow, we'll get over that. It's always been evil. I'm from Britain. Bob Sykes. How could on the buses possibly be part of the simulation because of Olive? Yeah, you know. Have you seen Olive? Yeah, that'll put you off procreation for the rest of your life if you've seen Olive. Don't even worry about it. Missy, good to see you. ZYX. I'll get you, Butler. Moonbeam B. Fucking fuck. Don't know what that means at least, but I love the sentiment anyway. 16 Alpha, who's enjoying himself, which is good news. We did have one person in the chat earlier. He did not Mr. Marmite, somebody else that sucked. I can't remember. And he was all doom and fucking glooming, but proper turned him round. He's like, it's like you banged the bot for being like such you suck so much. But like he's like, oh yeah, I fucking love this shit. Like, yeah, don't even worry. Bunch of says this told the golden age was the dark age. Milo, it's called the dark ages for a reason, my friend. Fat Cat Tube, drum bass and Beethoven. Rock me Amadeus. Ooh, epinephrine. Martin lives in a lovely town. I do live in a lovely town, epinephrine. It's Cardiff. It's lovely, pretty. It's got pretty women. Not really. It's like the rest of the world. They don't walk, they wobble. We both wobble, but they don't fall down. Romanian bear, good to see you, my friend. Hippie shake. Still alive after the hurricane. Way. Anyway, we're all alive. We made it to, what is it, 2024. Fuck a duck. That was difficult, wasn't it, guys? But look, we got this far. Guys. Smashing it. We're smashing it. Have you still got your head? Well, obviously, because you're watching me. But I'm just saying, things would be different if you didn't have a head. Don't worry about that. Rhubarb and custard. I love rhubarb and custard. It was a really badly drawn cartoon when I was a kid, but I loved it deeply. Don't listen to that. I'm not getting smaller. It's because my chair's gone further away. I'm getting bigger, is what I'm doing. Hiya, Benny Riley. We love you. Good to see you, my friend. What's up, if you think? Jacob, he's loving us from Louisiana. I'm going to go Popeyes and make sure that, and I'm going to check if they have got Louisiana fucking chicken, because I don't want to have Tesco's chicken advertised as Louisiana chicken. I want Louisiana fucking chicken. Miss it. I'll treat myself one day and go get Louisiana chicken in Popeyes in town. Lilu Bloom, is that your name? Leia. Thank you, Bob. What you got to do is you just got to keep on going. It's called persistence, isn't it? It's not giving up. Yeah. Even when it seems like it's a big pile of shit, it's not. Life's it's what you think it is. It's all about perspective, isn't it? You know, I could appreciate the whole thing's falling to part, and the the whole of the system is doing the dying fly. What are we gonna do? So we're not gonna fall apart with it, okay? No, I don't want to be. I'm not small. I'm nearly 6 foot, Mr. Marmite. I bet I'm bigger than you. What it is people are mistaking that I'm not actually. What I was going to say is the word fat. I don't mean to say that, just in case I'm hurting other people's feelings. Best cartoon ever. What? Yeah, but we love Bagpuss. We love Bagpuss, don't we, Marianne? And Emily loved him. An Arab name, Ali Bach. Chrissy Funky Junkie, love that name. It's pissing down here as well, mate. Where you, Chrissy? Oh, sorry, not mate, you're a chick. Chrissy, it's banging down here. Same. Did you have snow? We had a flutter, but it didn't settle because it's bloody Cardiff. Don't have like cold things. Life is real. Hang on. Nice to be here today. Oh, thanks. It's been an exciting weekend. It's been loads happening. I was going to do a Truth Bites, and I did buy the ingredients, but the thing is My son said to me, "You cooking that curry again, Dad? That was dynamite." And I was like, "Yeah, but I can't post cooking a curry again on my Truth Bites series." You see? So I didn't post it, but I did it today. It was badass too. It was like boiling, burning your tongue off. But I couldn't post it. But I'll cook bread. I'm going to do bread for you. And Welsh pasties. They're like Cornish pasties, but better, from Wales. Just like them. They look exactly like them, but they ain't them because they're Welsh. We do everything better than Wales. And we're bigger than everyone else. All right, we're not. We're a little cute race. Okay, we don't mind. We are cute and little, and we love it. And we're cutchy as well. We're a cutchy race. We are. Cutchy is cuddly. We're a cuddly race. Denise H. I've been after the last cutchy race on earth. I lived in Ipswich. I've been to Ipswich a few times, Abby. In England, 3 years in the 70s. I used to make Yorkshire pudding. I can make Yorkshire pudding. I miss pork pies. I don't like pork pies. I had salmonella on a pork pie when I was young. I had salmonella twice. I had it once on special fried rice at the Chinese. I knew I shouldn't have had it. A voice told me, "Don't eat that shit, Matt." And I ate it. I was fucking starving. By the time I got home, I was hallucinating. I mean, I was fucking tripping right out. I mean, I could not have been more ill. Yeah, food poisoning sucks ass. Whew. It's the worst. Lizzie? Well, you're nearly dying. That's why. Oh, I haven't had a bacon butty in ages. I've gone off bacon. I put myself off bacon for some weird reason. I mind controlled myself again. I keep doing that. But it's better than them mind controlling me. At least I'm, got a trusted source. Oh, you're revving you. It's good to see you, my old friend. My old conker. Right, let's have a look at some sausage rolls. I don't like sausage rolls. I bought some the other day down fucking errands, put them in the oven, and they were rank. Don't like them. Cheese and onion pasties. No, I'm not doing cheese and onion, Mary. I'm going to do corned beef and onion. And I may do a Jamaican pasty. Do you know what Jamaican pasty is? They're awesome. Sea lighting, good to see you. And my eyesight's actually failing. I'm going to show some more. What's that? Don't put a pig in your temple. Oh, don't tell me what to do. I don't. I haven't anyway. But I'm just saying, if I do, I will definitely eat one. If I get the feeling that I want to eat bacon sandwich, I will eat one. And nothing will stop me. Epinephrine, although it is a bit psycho, I admit, but don't worry. Each their own. Chrissy Junkie. What gender was Andy Pandy? Andy Pandy coming to play. Andy Pandy just turned out gay. I think it's all in the song, mate. And the company he's keeping. Remember Bill and Ben, the flower pot man? I think there was more going on with that, my old friend. Welsh cakes. Yeah. I do Welsh cakes. I can do them. I got my son got you gotta have a cast iron plate to put on your cooker. But I've only got an electric cooker. It doesn't work the same with heating. Otherwise, I do Welsh cakes. I thought about doing them. I might be able to get them together. Okay. What's that? The gay panda. Sucks. Put meat. Oh, I don't want to talk about eating things. The food tastes like shit. I'm fucking waste away if I don't eat. I'm not listening to anyone. I'll eat what I fancy, and I eat healthy anyway. It's mostly veg anyway. I've done mushroom curry. Fucking mushroom was my meat. Jay and Rage. But it's terrible when people tell me what to do. I'm like, fucking hell, I'm doing it now. Maybe there's a clue in how to not make me do anything. Tell me to do it, and I'll do it. It's weird. Reverse psychology, eh? All right, let's have a look at something else then, guys, for 10 minutes. And I'm going to fuck off. Make sure to do all of the honours, like share this out and all of that for my endless efforts. Now, my city of Cardiff, these are the earliest photographs that I've ever found. Cardiff is the capital city of Wales. And it's a lovely little city. And this is the earliest photos, 1871. 1871, amazing. This is in our main high street. And I don't remember this. This is to commemorate something or other. That statue's no longer there. But that statue is of my ancestor. My ancestor's a Marquis of Blandock. And that stood on the end of St Mary Street for a number of years. Took it away as well. Women in crinoline. Street in dirt. But this was the centre of the town. And this is from, I don't know, the clock tower in Cardiff Castle. That this picture is. looking out. All of these would have been coal. And when I was young, all of these chimneys would have smoke coming out of them. And it smelt gorgeous. And I really liked it. It would sting your eyes going in the morning and go to school in the morning. Smoke with this used to smog up. And this is looking over to where I live in the west of the city. This is a place called Canton. And these are the castle grounds. And all of this is now a giant stadium called the Principality Stadium, 75,000 seaters roofed stadium right here. How times change. But here's Cardiff Bay. The river itself, the Taff, this is where the stadium now stands. It used to be a mile wide, and now it's a stream. But it used to be a mile wide in these days. What's that bridge? There's a bridge. I don't know that bridge. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that was there. Bridge from Cardiff to Penarth. Maybe. And then there's my civic centre. Now, my civic centre is one of the best civic centres in Britain. Arguably, if you Google it, they'll tell you where it is. It's beautiful. It's called Cathays Park, after the Cathars, no doubt. There's a clue there, I think. But again, it's the same as what's happening with the Crystal Palace. It is our city hall, yeah, our town hall. It's already there. It's already there, isn't it? The building is already there. It's exactly the same again, isn't it? They're just putting the roof on. You know, I really do think these buildings are older than they tell you. 1909, they say for building of that. The clock tower, then that could have been later because you can see the clock tower just being built there. You see? Okay. But it's a beautiful civic centre and use Cardiff Villa. And it is like the town hall, if you like. You've seen it on maybe Cardiff posts. So I've been, I had a guards when we were on a Cardiff tour, like literally shouting at me from here because I said he had Satan on his door, which he did have. I said, why you got Satan all over the building, man? He's like, it's not Satan. I said, well, it fucking is. It's like, oh, well, I don't know. And he got all weird with me. And then they locked me out. I said, don't want to come in this shitty place anyway. Fuck off. Satanist. So this is the Crown Court, or where the people go into court when they got caught. And the Civic Centre of Cardiff, which hasn't changed one iota from this photograph, except for the road in front, which is the Boulevard de Nantes, named after Cardiff's twin city in France, which is Nantes. And in Nantes, they got Boulevard de Cardiff. I've been down both in Nantes and in Cardiff. So there, Cardiff Villa. I don't think what they're telling us is accurate for the dating of that building. You know, like I said, they're always there, and it's always just the roof's gone on. So let's have a look at some Amsterdam photographs. This is something that hasn't changed a day. My friend's going there in a few weeks, and I haven't been there since 94, 95. And it changed a lot from the first times I went there, you know, in the 80s. It changed a remarkable lot. But the buildings and everything just doesn't change, guys. It looks the same as it does now. These merchant houses. There's women blowing kisses at you from outside, from the windows. Yeah. Waving at you, saying nice things. Like Hofferdommer. I had an experience on the Amstel Bridge where, all right, I was stoned. I get that, right? But I walked over the Amstel Bridge and I stopped in my tracks and it all went quiet. And then I sort of thought that I heard the marching of soldiers, marching of boots. And I literally looked, but in the corner of my eye, I could see like hundreds of men just marching over the bridge. But when I looked forward, they weren't there. But I only seen it in my peripheral. It was fucking nuts. I was like, I told people about it later. I said, I think I just had a time travel thing. I seen a load of soldiers coming over the Amstel Bridge. And they're like, oh, you're really fucking stoned, Matt. I was like, well, yeah, but I'm not going to hallucinate an army. So that happened to me when I was in school, man. Me and the boys, oh man, that was just nuts. I went on the bunk. I went on Mitch with my gang from school, yeah, truanted, and we went over St. Fagans Museum, and we were going to go and nick in there, climb over the wall. And there was about 4 or 5 of us. There was, and it was on a rainy day, yeah. And I'm stood there, right, and I just use. I feels the ground first, then I use like I was like, is that horses? And like, literally, guys, right? These two men dressed in like Asian clothes on two really fucking big horses, yeah, just trotted past us. The one guy looked straight the fuck at me. I was like, oh my fucking God, yeah. Honestly, all of us seen him. All of us seen them. As like, are they from like some sort of reenactment for the museum? I was like, I don't know. They look pretty fucking authentic to me, I said. But they literally look like ghosts. And they went right past us, and one looked right at me, give me right. I nearly booed myself. But what a thing to go past, guys, when you're on a bunk from school. Two big fucking horses trotting by with two guys dressed like from the English Civil War. It was nuts. It was nuts. Honestly, what a memory that was. I haven't thought about that for like 40 years more. I haven't thought about that. Just remembered it. Just remembered that. Yeah, we were talking about it all afternoon. It was like, that was fucking nuts. Yeah, that was nuts. I think that was a ghosts. I think they were ghosts because there was a battle there when 10,000 or 6,500 people died in that very field that we were in when they showed up. What's the chances? Look at that building. Beautiful. Yeah, I think I've had loads of supernatural happenings in my life. Loads, guys. I really do think I've had too many. I don't know why I get all this stuff, but it just happens. I think it's because I'm Elf King, King of the Elves, and I got magical powers, which will all be like made apparent later on in this journey, I'm sure. I'm going to do something super fantastic for everybody. That'll be nice. 663 of you. Thank you for being here. It's been awesome, like that, hasn't it? We've had a mega truth night tonight, haven't we? We looked at beautiful Art Deco, which is very unusual. Two different schools of thought there. Why have they tried to do that? And it does look like overlapping timelines. And if you're going through the ideas and the theories of what I was talking about on Jason's show tonight, that fits right in with it. There's a whole load of stuff in antiquity makes zero sense, guys, outside of that there is overlapping timelines, and this place is malleable, and it is a simulation. For a better word, I haven't got another word. Holography. It's holography. Tensor holography, to be precise. Probably projected by the sun. Maybe that's where the pods are. We're all in the sun, and we're just projected out of the sun. Or maybe each star, it projects us. We got our own star. Yeah, like Starmer. Free soul hippie, shifting times ahead. It's going to be epic. Don't worry. We'll just push it. Keep on going. This is going well. Feels good. If it feels good, it is good. There's no mistake in that. Okay, mind the gap. Mind the gap. Quick, women and children first. Yeah, I went in to watch Titanic, the movie. It's like a 2.5 hour film. I was in there 4 fucking hours. 4 hours before I got out. Do you know why? They let the women and children out first. Liddy. Trampus. I know. Bad joke. Doesn't matter. Billionaires come from the sun. Oh. Billionaire sponsorship. One good billionaire. Okay, you rock, Mr. Fair. No, I'm an elf. Alpha, not fairy. Elf. Although my mother did see a fairy when she was little, and I don't think my mother was lying. She wasn't. She didn't have a vivid imagination. That's what she said to me. She said, oh my God, you've got such a vivid imagination. No one's got an imagination like you. I can't imagine the crazy shit I must have told her when I was a kid. Ma'am, do you think? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, Matt. But she knew the earth was flat. She told me fucking way before I thought it was. She said, they're not doing nothing up in space. I was like, yeah, they are. She said, no, they're not doing nothing. Nobody's going up there, Matt. I was like, yes, they fucking are. Like, no, nobody's doing that. Nothing's going on. It's all a lie. She said, the scientists are fucking with the weather. I was like, really? She said, yeah. And they ain't doing nothing in space. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. So, 20 years later, I'm like, fuck me. My mother was right. Particles, thank you, sir. I don't often fart. It's just a thing they say. Okay, and donations to Matt Leaker, kindly accepted. And Sean Cunning, I don't keep on for him or anything. There is that. What are you saying, Sean? who's Rev, Martin, you're the field where 6,000 men died and you were in the trenches. Yes, I was in the trenches, but I didn't see any dead soldiers in the First World War trenches. I didn't have much of a feeling there at all, really. There's no birds, is all I noticed. There was no like wildlife around the Somme. Yeah, it did feel eerie. But that was all in my mind anyway. I could spook myself at the best of times, especially if I think there's some ghosty shit going on. I'll be fucking shitting myself. I do it to myself as well. Black Seeds, the band, keep on pushing. Okay, then we're going to get out of here now, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's been a really busy night. I think I've done 4 or 5 hours out of that tonight. Nearly 3 hours on Jason's. Almost 2 hours plus on you. That's not bad. Okay, thank you, 645 of you for hanging around. Thank you, Dabbing Good. Way somewhere, I don't know. I'll add you again later. Mrs. Beams. Ella. Oh, hi, Israel. Good to see you. And I'm going to go and rest because my neck is killing me if I'm looking down. Whoa, your mum was ahead of the game. She was way ahead of the game, Marianne. You'd be surprised, man. Fucking hell. She was way truthy. Maybe that's where I got it from. Well, probably. Chris, good to see you. Mind the gap. Adam, good to see you, my bro. Smoothie. And thank you, whoever you are, and happy Flaterday to you. And you. Super fucking great. Look where you were one. Cosmos, good to see you. Ripple, good to see you too. Thank you, Marty, for the double whammy tonight. Yeah, there's not much happening on YouTube, but we kept it all funky. And I'll be back in a day or two. I got too much content, guys. I don't know. I'm going to need to come back in a day or two when everyone catches up with this, okay? That's what I'm going to do. Okay, keep a lookout on my community page for truth bites and anything else that's going on and anything else that comes up in the British world. It's all good. Okay, go and have a blunt. Okay, good advice. Thank you. Got to check Houston Waterworks, bro. I have looked at Houston Waterworks, Israel Adams. I looked at all the old when I was there, looking at it all and the pictures, and I dug them all up and I've done a post about them. Maybe you didn't see that one. Dabbing Good. So you missed it. It's over at Cakes. It happens at 7 o'clock this evening. You can go and see it, and I'll link it up below, and I'm sure one of my mods will link the show up here in the chat. So that's been me. I'm fucked. Thank you, Shake. Okay, Boom Shankar. May the seed of your loins be forever fruitful in the belly of your woman. And stay epic. And if you need me, mattandleaker7gmail.com. Okay, I'm going to do thumb drives in the near future. Everyone's asking me for them. I've got 80,000 images within 10,000 this week. And over 100,000 that I could get on a 64 gigabyte drive if I compress some of them. And I tried it before and I did it before. So that's possible. So that will be fantastic and cheap and in the near future. So I'm thinking on doing that. Anyway, 2 hours, 12 minutes. Awesome time. Really flat thumbs. I'm going to go and rest my gob. I've been talking for ages. Stay a bit.